Hey, welcome back, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a tutorial that I call a basket of curls. This is more of a formal hairstyle for maybe a wedding or a formal party. You can also wear it for fun, or just if you want a very nice looking, easy updo. But this will take a little bit of supplies. You're going to need a lot of bobby pins. I use between 60 to 90 bobby pins, depending on the length of my hair. It's a little bit shorter than when I first did it, but it'll probably be close to a full stack. So you want to make sure you have those. And you'll also need a can of hairspray if you prefer. You can also use gel. I'll show you how that works. I use the Suave hairspray. It's a level 8 hold, but use whatever works for you, and you may or not may need at home. So that's just good to have on hand. And without further ado, let's start. So if you have naturally straight hair, you may want to curl it ahead of time. I have naturally curly hair, and I already have it. I put gel in it and some water just to enhance it and to make it hold. And this will help the hairstyle look much better if it's actually curled. You can use straight hair and do the steps along with it, but I think it's better if it's curled first, and I'll show you how. So the first thing you want to do, you want to make sure all your bobby pins are on hand. I'm going to put all mine down here. You want to have these on hand because it'll be much harder if it's not. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the top section of my hair, something roughly about 1 inch. If you have longer hair, you can use thinner strands, but since mine's shorter, I'm going to use about a 1 inch thick piece. And I'm going to take my 2 fingers, put them up, and then wrap the hair around my fingers. And when I come to the end, I'm going to tuck it over like this. And this is why you want to have your bobby pins on hand. I'm going to take them and I'm going to pin it in between my 2 fingers like this. And to secure it, I'm going to take another one and put it on the other side. So you have a little curl like that. Very easy, and you're going to be doing that over and over again until you run out of hair. Don't use anything with the front strands of your hair, because we're going to use these to make the basket effect. So again, take strand of hair from the top. This is very important. You want to work from top to bottom. Put the 2 fingers behind and wrap them around. And sometimes it can be a bit loose, so you just grab it and fold it up. Grab a pin, secure it, and then make sure it's very secure. I'm going to put another one in at the top. One more time, you're going to take the strand of hair, and if you find that these start to come unraveled, that's okay. It can have a messy effect, which can be very pretty, but if you find that it's coming too unraveled, then you can always do that one curl again. 2 fingers behind, wrap it around, pin it, and then pin it again. So what you'll see is 3 curls, and all the way down is going to be curls as well. And it's very important that you have them evenly spaced out. I found that when I did this at times, that most of the curls were on this side of my head versus in the middle. You want them to be directly in the middle, not slanting to the right or the left. So you may want to see how many curls you can make You see you have 4 up top, and then 4 down, and then another 4 down. Or you can make 6, but the thing is, if you make 5 of them, let's say the 5th one's on this side, or the 5th one's on this side, it will look uneven. So I'm going to do this with the rest of my hair, and if it's easier for you, you can section these off. I find I don't need to, but you can if it's easier for you. And I'm going to keep on doing this. Okay, so once you have all your curls in place, it will look something like this. It'll be a very bouncy, it should be a very shiny, bouncy look. You don't want to have your curls too tight, but you also don't want to have them too loose. And if you find that, like me, some of them are starting to come out, you can always just take another pin. You don't have to redo it necessarily, just take another pin and pin it in. And you want to try as best as you can to have the pins hidden. So you want to make sure you shove them in deeper than usual. Of course, don't hurt yourself, but yeah, just underneath, hidden as best as you can. And you should have bobby pins that are the same color as your hair, which will actually add, I think, more of a sparkly effect if the very edges just stick out a little bit more. It'll make it a little bit shiny, a little bit sparkly. But yes, this is the basic platform. So now, what you want to do with the rest of your hair, you want to take the rest of your hair, and this is where you might need a comb. Make sure it's all the way back, smooth along this edge, and you want to twist it. You could do a rope braid if you prefer, but I find that for my hair that makes it a little bit smaller. And you don't want to have this too tight. You don't have too tight of a twist. You just want to have it fairly loose. And then you want to put it on top, right along this edge. Bring it down, and then you can pin it underneath. And you really want to make sure that this is definitely secured. And then you want to take the other side, twist it, do the same thing. Again, more of a loose twist. And then you want to put it up behind the other one. And with this piece of hair, you don't want it to go over because it's very small. But what you can do is you can tuck it underneath the first one you made, under here. And then go all the way down around the other side and pin it here. So, like this. And then pin the other side securely as well. Now what you could do if you want few hairs out, you can pull them out and have a few dangle here. That's very pretty. But the effect that you want to have, and this is why it's called a basket of curls, is because up here sort of forms the handle of the basket. And this is a trick that you can do with even longer hair. If you have very long front hair down this side, you can take the sides and you can wrap them all the way around, making a full basket. I used to be able to do that with my hair, but I cut it recently. But for those of you with long hair, it's a very cool thing, and that is why I named it a basket of hair. Right now, all I have is a handle, but it still is very pretty like it is with this. And if you want, you can even braid this part if you want, or you can just have it straight, whichever. I think the twisted one looks better. And that is how you do a basket of curls. I personally don't spray it unless I'm gonna be dancing or doing things which might make it come out. But if you need to, you can spray it with your hairspray. I don't need to do that right now. And that is how you do your basket of curls. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and tell a friend.